Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.
Do you know what it means to be a motherless daughter? Did you know you can have mother loss without mother death? Mother loss comes in many forms, and Motherless Daughters Ministry is here to help you navigate through your particular mother loss. While you are unique, you are definitely not alone. We have 20 years worth of pearls of wisdom to help you on your mother loss journey, and we are sharing all of these pearls with you through this very podcast, Nurturing Words, Voices of Experience, sponsored lovingly by Motherless Daughters Ministry.
Hello, I'm Gladys Bell, your host. If you are new to our podcast, welcome. We are so pleased you found us. We are a nonprofit ministry focused on serving women who have lost or missed the loving care of a mother. You can find out more information about our ministry through the links in our show notes. If you're a returning listener, we'd like to say thank you so much for listening to our podcast. We hope you're encouraged by our episodes. If you enjoy them, won't you take a moment and review our programming on whatever platform you use? This simple task helps us improve programming and assure that we are reaching those who can use an encouraging word. Also, if you would like to support our podcast and ministry, check out the show notes for ways to donate and become involved. Today's episode is a continuation of our last podcast based on a series of 3 blogs. The trauma of the early attempts to find support produced uncertainty, fear of vulnerability, and shame that affected her subsequent friendships. Listen in as she recounts the healing process of discovering new strengths and abilities. Part 2. With the storms of life come uncertainty. The waves crash around us, tossing our boat around. We feel vulnerable. Will the next wave be even bigger, we wonder? Will we survive? During times of uncertainty and the storms of life, we may turn to a friend to be our anchor and help steady our boat. Our friends help keep us grounded when life tosses us around. But what do we do when our friend is in the midst of a storm? Sometimes it isn't easy to know how to steady our friend's boat, especially if their storm collides with our own. A few months ago, a dear friend called to tell me she was experiencing a storm in her life. She needed time and space to focus on dealing with the wind and waves. I was concerned for her struggle and wanted to support her, but I didn't know how. I suddenly found myself with my own storm brewing. I started having flashbacks of my past when I was painfully hurt and betrayed by those I trusted. See Journey of Healing Part 1. I was so afraid that this would somehow be a repeat of what happened 16 years ago, and I was afraid of doing the wrong thing. I had tried to bury and ignore that trauma for years, but I couldn't ignore it this time. This was a Category 5 storm I was battling. My demons attacked full force, telling me that I was a burden, that I was, quote, too much, unquote, for my friend, and that she no longer cared to be friends with me. My demons told me that I was a failure, that the past was repeating itself. I desperately clung to what I knew was true in my heart, that the demons were lying and my friend's storm had nothing to do with me. I wrote down the truth on a piece of paper so that I could read it to fight back when the demons whispered their lies. Eventually, their voices grew quiet. I battled the storms of uncertainty while my friend dealt with her storm. I hated not knowing what was going on with my friend. Is she doing okay? I wondered. Will things turn out for her? Is she staying safe and healthy from the virus? Will she come back? I felt vulnerable. The dark cloud of the pandemic made me dwell on the possibility that my friend might be swallowed up by the waves of her storm. What if our friendship didn't survive? The pandemic was a cruel reminder that life is not forever. I struggle with uncertainty because of the events around the end of my mother's life. I was 12 when she was diagnosed with breast cancer. There was much uncertainty during that time. I worried, will Mom be okay? Is Mom going to die? My dad would have to wake me up sometimes in the middle of the night because Mom had to go to the hospital. What's happening? I asked quietly. Will Mom die tonight? My worst fears came true when she passed away when I was 16. With uncertainty comes a deep fear of loss and pain. In the words of Yoda, quote, "The fear of loss is a path to the dark side," unquote. That fear and the need for certainty can drive us to destruction, just like Anakin Skywalker. As much as I wanted certainty from my friend, I knew that if I tried forcing it, I would certainly upset her and potentially cause the destruction of the friendship. Feelings of uncertainty are unsettling. It is uncomfortable to sit with. After Mom died, I felt anxious. I missed her. Recently, I went to the cemetery and sat next to her grave for a long time. I told Mom what was going on. Then I sat and listened with a clear mind. I heard her voice. Believe in the friendship. Give her space, and she will come back. Be patient. I felt comforted. The answer to uncertainty was having faith and holding on to what my heart knows is true. I needed to rest in faith and let go of my need for certainty. I wanted to support my friend, but was unsure how. I decided to leave a small gift on her doorstep and wrote a note letting her know that I would always be there if she needed me, and that she was loved and prayed for. This simple gesture wasn't easy for me. I felt very vulnerable. I was terrified that I was making the wrong choice and that I would cause a repeat of the past. The uncertainty spawned a panic attack. Thankfully, my friend appreciated my support. However, this was a storm that she had to battle on her own, but at least she knew that I cared. When the waves of uncertainty crash, threatening to sink our boat during the storms of life, it can be difficult to know how to anchor ourselves. It can be even more challenging to know how to steady a friend's boat when our own is being rocked by the waves. We must first anchor ourselves in faith and in what we know to be true. When our friends are going through a storm, the best thing we can do is to take care of ourselves so that we have the energy and compassion to offer to them. When attempting to steady our friend's boat, we need to listen to and respect their needs, even if it means silently stepping back, letting them know we love them, and supporting them through faith and prayer. What kind of flashbacks do you want your friend to have regarding you during their storm? We tend to remember how people treated us during our most difficult moments, and that can have lasting impacts, like how past betrayals impacted me. During our friends' stormy moments, we need to make sure that they are reassured of our support. Love, compassion, trust, and faith are our guiding light as we make our way through the storms of uncertainty. Through our friendship, my friend has taught me many things and has helped me heal from my mother loss. Unknowingly, in her temporary absence, she has also helped me heal from those painful betrayals in my past by forcing me to address it. She has shown me that just because those painful things happened to me doesn't mean that those same things are set in stone for my future. I am a different person now. I am older and wiser, no longer a hurt and lost kid. And now I have good, trustworthy people in my life. The storms of life can either bring people closer together or push them farther out to sea. The waves have been choppy lately, but I trust that someday my friend and I will sail smoothly and gracefully alongside each other once again. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll hear the rest of the story.
You have a powerful story to tell, and I want you to know your story will resonate with so many in our listening community. Podcasts provide us with opportunities to connect with others, fostering a sense of personal connection through the power and intimacy of one's voice. They can provide an escape, a touch point with the world outside, and a sense of community, and not just for the listeners. If you would like to be featured as a nurturing voice of experience in one of our upcoming podcasts, please let us know. Visit motherlessdaughtersministry.com today.
Part 3. We filter our world through the traumas of our past. Our traumas build the lenses through which we view everything in our life. These aren't rose-colored glasses we are wearing. No, these glasses are made of our past hurt, pain, betrayals, abandonment, loss, shame, and failures. We see the world in black and white. We do not see the nuances of color, of reality. During my journey of healing, I have realized how much I view the world through my, quote, trauma glasses, unquote. I have been viewing recent events through the lens of the painful betrayals I experienced in high school, seeing only black and white. See Journey of Healing, Part 1. Oh no, it's happening again. If I could see in color, I'd see that it's not the same. It's a completely different situation with different people. And I am much older and wiser now. I was sitting at my desk at work when a message popped up on the screen from my boss. Do you have a minute to talk? I thought, oh no, what did I do? I was instantly anxious. Wearing my trauma glasses, I went to my boss's office and closed the door. In my mind, I am transported back to the day I was called to the principal's office, where I experienced humiliation and my character was torn to shreds. My boss just needed clarification on something about me that had come up in a meeting. I reacted defensively and was a bit angry and irritated. My boss looked puzzled. It wasn't a situation that warranted that kind of reaction from me. It was a simple question. I didn't know why I was reacting that way. Later, when I removed the trauma glasses, I could see that my defensive reaction was really present-day me defending the defenseless 18-year-old me in the principal's office that had no voice. In another situation, a friend sent me a text message that, unknowingly to her, struck that tender nerve of my high school trauma. I wrestled with my past and the ambiguous tone of that text message. What does she mean? I wondered. When I'm wearing the trauma glasses, I see her as one of the people in that principal's office telling me that I am bothersome and a burden, and I can't do anything right despite my best efforts. However, this view does not match my friend's character or the past communication we have had. What is the truth? When I removed my trauma glasses, I saw a friend in pain trying to gain control of her out-of-control situation. What she said doesn't have much to do with me. When we go through life wearing our trauma glasses, we relive the past and perceive repeats of our traumas in new situations. If we filter our world through the traumas of our past, we risk experiencing the self-fulfilling prophecy phenomenon. Our anticipation that our trauma is reoccurring and our subsequent reaction can result in our originally false expectation to become true. This confirmation bias only strengthens our traumas further. How do we break this cycle? When we are triggered, we need to be aware that we are wearing our trauma glasses and acknowledge our past selves. For example, I need to tell my 18-year-old self, "Sit down, I got this. It will be okay." The next time my boss asks to talk to me, I need to leave my trauma glasses behind. The next time I speak with my friend, I need to respond with compassion for her situation and not with my altered perception while wearing the glasses. It is imperative that we recognize the reality of the present instead of reacting to the past. If we filter our world through the traumas of our past, we can run the risk of damaging our current relationships and sabotaging potential new ones. Dottie uses very vivid illustrations to describe the turmoil and uncertainty around navigating relationships during the storms of life. In the previous episode, she recounted her mother loss as an adolescent. The traumatic experience of seeking support left scars that impacted her behavior and relationships for years to come. The emotional complexity of her personal struggles created a fear of vulnerability and shame that made for a catastrophic life storm that resurrected old wounds. Connecting to the Motherless Daughters Ministry helped to equip her with tools to support the journey to heal from the impact of mother loss. Additionally, she discovered written works by Brené Brown and Shasta Nelson, which inspired and enhanced her toolbox. Today, Dottie is not the same person. Older and wiser, she now has developed tools to manage her grief. Her maturity has strengthened her to override the fears of opening her heart to a new support system and decipher safe connections. Armed with increased resilience and anchoring in her faith, Dottie has demonstrated profound courage and growth. She is changing the narrative of her past and encouraging many with her story. Thank you, Dottie, for sharing your inspiring story.
Thank you for joining us on today's podcast. If you are in need of more nurturing words and voices of experience, we encourage you to listen to our other episodes, hit subscribe, and come check out our Motherless Daughter resources on our website at motherlessdaughtersministry.com. You can also find us on our YouTube channel and in our Facebook community, Motherless Daughters Ministry. We hope you'll come visit us, and we look forward to you joining us again next time. Until then, stay well.
free audio post-production by alphonic.com.